Hey, this is Flaxative, and I'm going to try to be recording my very first ladder game of the day here in Card Huntria. I'm running a build, I'll show you in the keep, with a human priest who's statted for mass frenzying and a little bit of support, an elven priest whom I call my vampire. He's got a bunch of drains and vampire's blade, livestock spear, and then I've got a control-y dwarf wizard who basically just tries to use winds of war to keep enemies where I want them to be. Alright, so let's go to the multiplayer lobby here and go into a ranked match. See where that takes us. As you can see, I'm currently around number 13 online, so I might be up against someone really powerful and my rating might tank a bit. Also, in advance, I apologize if this gets cut short. My internet connection is really poor, so I might just end up conceding based on disconnection. If you don't get a human player before your queue wait time is over, you're going to end up against an AI opponent, and it's looking like that might happen for me. So I think at my current rating I would end up playing against Mom. There's a lot of crazy cards in her decks. Yep, so here is Mom. I'm going to play my traits. And so this is Celestial Koi. This map you want to get on the golden victory square right here in the middle. And it's a little tricky. You can see these block line of sight. And there's all this difficult terrain around here, all these rivers, so the only way to get on there is with the bridges, and it can be a really tight squeeze. There's also a lot of range here between the starting locations, so it's harder for warrior teams to close the gap and get in for the kill. My strategy here basically is to have my priest position himself well and whirlwind / winds of war the enemies away from me. Alright, my timer is ticking, so I'd better start going. I think I'm going to just start moving toward the victory square. Let's keep walking. Alright, let's move here. Now, with my wizard, I want to move to this square, because as you can see from here, my lines of sight, I can control the middle, target any enemies near the middle with Winds of War. Now I'm going to keep moving using all my movement because I want to get to the middle ASAP. Is there anyone I can hit with either of these? Not at the moment. Alright, well, I have nothing else in particular to do, though I might as well inspire myself. And pass the turn. I have to discard go with the Frost Roll. You see, he's got an Elven Warrior who's kind of squishy, and the lightning might be helpful. Alright, Firestorm. That's a 1-of in my deck. It's just on an item with short Perplexing Ray, so it's not a big part of my strategy. Here I think might as well stab this guy and see what he's got. Nice little 1-for-1 block. Okay, 29. I don't really have a huge chance against him. I think the plan is still to run past him and try to go for that victory square. Alright, that hurt. Here I think I'm just going to go for this, try to drain some heals off of him. Try not to die. I'm going to pass the turn and see what he does with his other characters. Alright, now, I think here I want to try to start layering some damage onto this fool, so let's get into line of sight. Obliterating Spark him, can't block. He's got Enchanted Mail. Okay, we're going to heal over here. Alright, we love passing with priority, so we're just going to pass right now. Mom passed as well. Discarded that Enchanted Mail. That makes us happy. Let me get rid of this and this. We don't want Firestorm in this map. Alright, another immovable. And a short Perplexing Ray. That is delicious, as they say. First, let's run away here. Make him follow us before using our Whirlwind enemies. Alright, he moved, so let's Ray. Let's see what we got here. We've got Talented Healer, so we won't pass priority. Ooh, he's undefended. That really makes me want to just go for this. Alright, I think we have this game. As you saw, I just chained together a bunch of attacks without passing priority a single time. That is the power of Talented Healer. When you play a heal card, add cantrip, so that means you don't pass priority when you use a heal card, and drain attacks are heal cards. Now we've got the enemy Elven Warrior at low health, at our mercy. We're just going to go ahead and kill it. Here we want to use Elvish Insight to see what our opponent's cards are. So Mr. Jingles now only has Enchanted Mail, which is going to make it hard to fight him, but not hard to deal with him. Bopsy. Alright, he's got some Step Attack that bashes. This deals a bunch of damage and makes me discard cards, and all-out attack doubles the damage on his next blow. Alright, and he's got Charge, so he's fairly mobile. I think here we're just going to run our Priest back. Okay, charges, dash in my Vampire into the Victory Square. And why don't we just flank move here? Now that gives us priority, so we'll get the first pass. And we get the victory point for being on the square in the center. I have to discard a Cautious Sneak. Alright, our Dwarven Warrior is going to trip. Our Vampire here is going to remain a Talented Healer, and our other Priest is going to take a bunch of damage from playing these Loner traits. Now, he has to play the Loner trait. It's the drawback of using a Vampiric Blade. At this point, the strategy is generally we're just going to try to camp on this Victory Square and use Whirlwind enemies, and Winds of War type effects to keep the enemies away. So, yeah. Might as well just do this, put some Frenzy on our guy. Just in case he gets into combat, he'll drain more. Okay, now running away with our injured Priest. Mom is passing. I'm totally fine with Mom passing. I'm going to pass as well. I think that might have been the AI being terrible, but I'm not going to complain. Here I'll keep Whirlwind enemies, which can move all enemies, and I'm going to keep Winds of War, which allows me to choose who I want to move. I'm not going to keep the Whirlwind, because I want to stay on the Victory Square. Alright. Now Mom gets to go first because she passed first, and I am okay with that at this time. In fact, I have so many drains on my Vampire. I'm going to Mass Frenzy now just to see what I can do. What's his line of sight? There. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to Winds of War them both. I'm just going to step back here, retain line of sight, and so he's got 21 hit points. He has Enchanted Mail, which is an average of 2.5 armor. This is 9 damage right now because we have 2 damage buffs on right now, right? So that's 9 plus 10 is 19, plus 10 is 29, plus 9 is 38, minus 2.5 times 4 attacks is 10. That is enough to kill this guy, assuming he doesn't have any more attacks. So I'm going to dash in and go for it. Now he might have blocks, this might be risky, but we're just going to start with our weaker attack and see what happens. Alright, he has 2 armor cards, which emboldens me. And he is on death's door. And he dies, winning us the game. So, in this match, you saw the strength of mostly just the vampiric effects, you know, using the talented healer in conjunction with damage buffs in order to chain out powerful combos on your opponent. Didn't get to use many repositioning attacks on my wizard, but maybe next match. Alright, thanks for watching.